To begin, we'll start with a brief introduction on firewalls, and then we'll focus on the honeypots. How many of you catch yourself thinking, if I have a firewall set up, I'm protected? We must be careful not to become complacent once our firewall has been set up. In just a bit, we're going to explain why, but for now, we're just going to define firewall.
Yes, now once installed, a firewall is part of the network and it's located at the network gateway server. It has a set of programs and uses rules provided by your administrator as input to monitor the traffic flowing in either direction. By this, I mean both inward and outward. A firewall can protect network resources from others. This could be users or programs on another network. Users or attackers will obviously have a malicious intent as they try to intrude into a network which they are not a part of.
So you have a set of tools that monitor the flow of traffic between networks. Note that the word monitor. Firewalls can be placed at the network level and work closely with a router. Now what do they do there? They filter all network packets to decide whether or not to forward packets to their destinations. Now they may not send directly to the destination, but can allow the packets to pass through. They can prevent them too. Now, quite often a firewall is installed away from the rest of the network, and this is because we don't want any incoming requests coming directly to a private network resource. If the firewall is configured properly, we'll have two network segments. Both are protected from each other.
Yes, now here is some more information on firewalls. A firewall detects intrusions to the network. Rather, it tries to. I say tries to because, as we stated previously, firewalls can be evaded. Intruders can evade the network by fooling the firewall and intrusion detection system. At the organization level, you should have a security policy set up. Once this policy is set up, you will need to change it regularly to meet the ever-changing security requirements and any threats as they arise. As new threats and requirements are identified, the settings of the firewall will need to change as well. A firewall can be set up to restrict incoming traffic to POP or POP, SNMP, and other common email protocols. This is to help protect the network from spam and control the flow of email traffic.
Now, firewalls can be configured to check inbound traffic at a point called the choke point, which is where a security audit is performed. The firewall can also act as an active phone tap tool in identifying the intruder's attempt to dial into modems within the network that are secured by the firewall. The firewall logs, which consist of logging information, reports to the administrator all the attempts of various incoming services. Firewalls verify incoming and outgoing traffic against firewall rules. Firewalls act as a router to move data between networks. Firewalls manage access of private networks and host applications.
Yes, and all the attempts to log into the network are logged for auditing. Unauthorized attempts can be identified by embedding an alarm that is triggered when an unauthorized user attempts to log in. Firewalls can filter packets based on address and type of traffic. They identify the source and destination addresses and port numbers while filtering the addresses. They identify types of network traffic when protocol filtering. Firewalls can identify the state and attributes of the data packets. We just gave you a brief introduction to what firewalls are and what they can do. Now moving on, we'll delve into the firewall architecture.
Yep.